he's gonna make it.
If he didn't crawl on your shoe and hang on for dear life, he didn't ask you for help.
Listen, I didn't even help him. I took him back where he come from.
We know.
I said anything, Marvin. At least I should have took him to where he was going.
He took him across the street.
He didn't even stop to ask have his GPS up or nothing. The earthworm was like, "Hey, yo, I'm going this way," and hopefully,
he trust you.
I didn't ask you for help, but thank you. But
like this, bro.
Dude, I thought I was really doing something. Thought I really did a good deed. I was like, no more good deeds for the day, because I know that's it. That tops the whole list. That was an earthworm. I helped him, bruh. Man, you created more work for the earthworm, and you should have let him go about it his own way.
All the way backwards.
But I mean, it doesn't even stop there. It's like, who do you lean on when you have a problem?
I'm the go-to person.
Heck, a lot of times I just go through it on my own.
And keep sweating
on my own. I depend on me. I can depend on me, but guess what? I still have sisters and I still have brothers. 2 of them are on this podcast with me now. That are my sounding boards, who will be honest with me, who will hold me accountable, who will tell me the truth and say, Sharon, you're enabling them. And you think that you're helping and you're not helping, you're hurting.
I'm the go-to person. So I got one, Christopher. He'll be like, well, he calls me a Negro anyway, but he's like, I can say something to him and he'd be like, no. But I don't go to them with my problem, because if you're the go-to person, you ain't really, you can't.
Listen, I go listen to people's problems every day.
We built like that.
But no, there's nobody to really like run to sound off your necessarily problems overall. Like,
now you get hit, but they can't help. You can't go to. That's like you can't. If I'm helping you all the time, I can't come to you. You already need me.
My aunt used to say something that was funny. She used to be like, if you don't pay it back, you can never borrow it again. So if I can't borrow whatever it is you come in to ask me for from you, I can't give that to you. So
my grandma said, if you can't afford to lose it, don't loan it.
Yeah, she was different. Like, so if I loan you,
even saying that people who coming to you for help, or they need to put their burdens on you and mentally and emotionally and all that, but I can't turn around and come to you for that, then that's what he's saying. Like, he ain't even talking about money at this point. He's saying people come to you and they want to vent their problems on you, but you can't.
Money is a metaphor. When we talk about anything, it's for sure money, but mental, emotional, people will. That's why I don't let people put oil on me, because I don't know where you been and what you got. And what you're not gonna do is give me your little demon.
What, baby? Supporting versus enabling. I know that I've enabled and I know that I support. So I just made up my mind in 2024. All I can do is support and be honest with myself. And when I can't do that, then I'm just going to have to tell you, no, you're going to have to get it together. And that's anything, not just my kids. That's what my siblings, that's what my family, that's what my friends, that's what everybody. 2024, I have to pour into my own cup and stop pouring my cup into other people, and can't even get the majority of people that I pour into, just like we was talking, you can't even call them and get nothing from them. So in 2024, I'm going to keep what's in my cup, and you only going to get what's flowing over the saucer. If it ain't nothing flowing over the saucer, then this ain't the season that you can come in and get anything.
If it flow over the saucer, I'm going to put my mouth down there.
I'm going to be like, from the bottom.
If it flows from the saucer, I'm with Marvin. We together. If it flows from the saucer, I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna put the cup down and drink from the saucer, and then start over.
Yeah, like how you used to be at the faucet and the thing.
Yes, indeed. I was just gonna tell you, I'm gonna catch it with my hand. No, ma'am.
2024, reciprocation or nothing. Like, I ain't.
Period.
Yeah, ain't.
Period.
Because
It's a wrap. People will use. I had to go and see a site. People will use you up, and you ain't got nobody to go to, so you ain't got no choice but to go crazy.
And so what I'm gonna do is preserve my energy, and I'm gonna protect my peace, and I'm gonna keep what's in my cup. For years, I poured out of the cup. I don't do that no more. I stopped doing that. I don't pour from my cup anymore.
And
You
all
gonna
of that,
you
your
get the open
peace and all that is on you.
huh?
You needed your peace of mind, your heart. I tell women this all the time. You like you reckless with my heart. If he reckless with your heart, then quit giving it to him. Now your peace and all of that is on you. Your enabling with these children
Right.
is what we talking about.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
for
gonna
sure. We still talking about, are we helping or harming our children? Supporting
No, we're not
versus
talking in general. We're gonna be talking literal. I done gave you my story, now it's your turn.
oh, I already went.
yeah, she went first. So I mean,
How you
it,
didn't hear me?
as long as you pretty much can see like the growth in what it is you're doing, it makes sense. Help any
Oh
format
yeah.
of, if you can see the growth. If you revert back to the same behavior and basically the same shit that you was doing before, what's the purpose
Uh-huh.
of help?
Oh, you're right. That's another good point, and that's valid because it should be growth.
Yeah, this
And
should be,
what you're doing at 20, you shouldn't still be doing at 25. Well, you're still
because
call
if
5 years. You're still calling somebody to help you.
You don't want to be the old hoe in the club. That's what you don't want to do. You don't want to
Be
be the
quiet.
60-year-old in the club with the 20 and 30-year-olds. Okay.
because
No.
that means you figured out shit. Like, listen,
Yeah, that mean you out there still being 20.
if I trip and fall at my age right now, I made an error in some way, shape, or form to where I need to pretty much go back and correct. But all in all, it's still supposed to have some sort of growth to me. Like, I can't be
Right.
doing this I was doing in 2019,
Right.
2017, 2015, 2014. And that's kind of like what it is you're talking about with your kids. If you pretty much your car broke down in January, you talk to me about fixing my car in January, and in March we're still talking about fixing the same car. Now, okay, I came out of my pocket, I fixed your car to that point,
Right.
to where you can pretty much be stable or whatever.
Right.
What that you're doing in your end that I am not privy to where I cannot see why you don't have it together to fix what you got going on.
Well, we were talking today. We were saying there are a lot of children who feel entitled, and that what you're
And
saying that
what? Hold up. We are all running a race. See this? This. Let me make sure you see my melanin. You see this?
yes,
We all in the same race.
right,
Okay? So I don't have time to be helping you figure out if you run in the same race, because if you in the survival of the fittest, you trip and you fall, the lion gonna eat you. The shark gonna eat you if you're in the ocean. You're gonna drown, you're gonna sink, you're gonna either sink or swim. There's only two
swim.
options. You're either gonna die or you're gonna
Okay.
live. So yeah, we have the luxuries of life and all that other stuff going on for each
Uh-huh.
individual, but we're all still running the same race because the race started 400 years ago, 400 or whatever years ago,
Uh-huh.
and we just got off the blocks like 60, 70, 80 years ago.
Uh-huh.
So if I cannot wait for my seed to pretty much catch on. My boy, this is what it is. This is what we're dealing with, and this is where we're going. Get it together. Get it together. Because
Right.
have you screwing up your offspring to where we started back over in the projects, in the hood, in the ghetto, in back from zero, 2, 3 generations down the road, because I didn't do what I was supposed to do with you now.
Right.
So if I didn't do what I was supposed to do with you now, it goes back to the same thing. If I didn't raise my children correct, I'm going to raise the grandchildren and hopefully try to help that generation to move ahead. But when you're looking at the generations out here now, I'm watching rappers and like songs and stuff, and it's like, this is the bullshit that we got coming down the pipe.
And you
Mm-hmm.
know what kills me about that? One, with them trying to use that rap stuff for his life. Them Negroes, once they get their first meal, they not living that hood like no more. They making up stories from movies and stuff.
Okay.
You got 2 Chainz up there talking about whatever it is he talking about. His son going to a private all-white school. Got a
Eh,
scholarship to school. They
Support
ain't ready
versus
to
enabling.
Lil Wayne built
Support.
a skateboard park in Louisiana. What that?
You talking about Boosie?
No, Lil Wayne. I said Lil Wayne built a skateboard park in Louisiana.
That
That
boy.
ain't gangster.
We don't want to give too much. We don't want to give too much energy to Mr. Boosie or any other rapper who is spitting lyrics on negativity, violence, degradation.
That's what sells. That's
If that's
So,
your grow up in, that's fine. You grow, you project.
but
You
I hear what you're saying though. When you say that now we're going back
supposed
generations
to be talking about this stuff.
because look
Yeah,
at what we're putting out. Well, that's
yeah,
another podcast.
that's a whole other topic. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another podcast.
You know,
Like my grandma was 92, almost 92 years old when she died, and she was still financing family members, still financing her children, some of the children and grandchildren, and the great grandchildren, and so on. I'm not gonna be 92 still financing children and grandchildren.
If I leave my kids some money, it's gonna be by accident.
Oh my gosh, Sharon.
What?
Are we helping or harming our
I
children?
told them no, because I told them you can get an insurance policy for me for whatever amount you want that you can pay for. Because you don't have to bury me. The army gonna do it.
Okay,
The military gonna do it. So if you get $50,000 worth of insurance on me, that's $50,000 you got in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I'm helping you to get rich, because nigga, I died.
But even like education towards even something as simple as like life insurance policies. Life insurance policies, you could borrow out 20, 40, 50,000 dollars because it's guaranteed by your death. Anyway, it's guaranteed. Right. When they talk about,
I wouldn't tell them all that, but I'm just telling them if you too sorry to pay $25 for a life insurance policy for me that you gonna benefit from, girl, I'm going. That's why I go on trips every 2 months. I'm like,
oh, I didn't think about that. You're right. Like,
but
you don't want to pay the $25, and when I'm gone, you don't get the money. Man. But I'm the one paying it, and then you the one get it.
Nah, my son and my daughter, they're gonna be paying for their own. That's it. This is yours. It's better for you to get it at this age. And guess what? The first time you run into a problem, you could run to that 20-something thousand. You go buy your house, go buy your car, do whatever you gotta do, and put it in. You have no prepayment policies. You could pay back over the next 10, 15, 20 years if you feel like, with no car notes. So you could pay it back quicker if you do that. But it's still about educating to help the next generation because they're ahead of us. They're not really ahead. If we place them ahead, they do fine. But if they don't know because we don't tell them because they got the mind of, hey, you got to shake your booty like music. They're pretty much.
That's another podcast, Marvin. That's another podcast.
My daughter was in college. She went straight to college, right, from high school. So I got her an apartment. We got her enrolled in school, and she had my little car. So 9 months in the game, she's like, college ain't for me. I said, well, sweetheart, it's not for everybody. How's it never? Since you don't want to go, you got rent that need to be paid next month. Mm-hmm. Because the apartment was in her name. Mm-hmm. You got rent. Your car is paid for. So you got rent to be paid next month. And electric and food. Because you don't get to use my money not going to school. That's what it's for.
Yeah, you're right. I think that, like me, in your case, our children, both my kids have paid off cars. Yeah, we ain't even gonna open up on this forum about all the stuff I do. Just know I do it. But they both have 2 paid off cars. Right? We know y'all already know the story. We ain't about to put my business out. Just know that in 2024. I'm going.
Well, I bought all of them a cash car, but my daughter has had her car.
I got y'all beat. I got a car. I got a car that was given to me by my aunt. Just an extra car that she had. She went and bought another car She had a extra. My daughter she went to collegiate high school from time she was regular. So her whole course through high school, she was working on her associates while she was still in high school. So she had college do her 2 years in she went to UNT and supposed to just do her 2 years, get a bachelor's, and come out. I jumped on a plane, drove to Tennessee, flew to Tennessee, picked up a car, drove it back. Now, you're in school, supposed to be in school. I don't care nothing about anything you got going on in your personal life outside of that. You got a free car, you didn't have to pay for that. Your education is pretty much grants and tuitions and all that. You got a scholarship from high school to go to college. So you're pretty much you're in the race to win. We have sacrificed many of summer vacations to make sure that you still went to the program, to make sure that you had the classes and credits and all that during the summer for you to do so. Just for you to still kind of be in a mix of like not understanding that everything that you have is for you to win. We are pushing you for you to only win. That's it.
Stop and sit down.
That's support. So, you support. Y'all support it.
So we support you to the point that we wanted you to get out ahead of us, so that you'll never have to depend on anybody. College, no man. You would have. I don't want you to be too independent to where you feel like you don't need a man, but just enough to where I know for sure you're ahead of the race that me that came from at 17 with just a high school diploma and came to the States and had to figure it out and didn't get settled in the direction until I was 24. You're ahead of me because you're walking into, you already have a profession. You already know you're going to be making 80, 70, $100,000 out your first little gig that you're working at. You also, that if you stay defined or focused in that one direction long enough, you're going to make money. I don't care what it is you do. If you focus on anything long enough, you're going to make money at it.
Always.
But I just don't want you to be like complacent to the point where you don't recognize the sacrifices that was done from the generation before you for you to win now.
Yeah.
I like that, Marvin. I like that. You're right. And that goes back to entitlements. Your daughter, you ain't even allow her to come at you and Arnika like that, where she feeling that she's supposed to get this and that because of entitlements, because you my mama and you my daddy. You squash that like earlier on and set the foundation. I already know, Marvin. Set the foundation, right?
She's still entitled
because let her know that it's about being thankful.
The conversation
that me and your mom are in this position to where we're able to make these sacrifices and put you ahead.
It didn't start when she was 7 or like 17 or 16 or 15. That conversation started from time she was like 8, 9 years old.
I know you and Arnika, so that's why I said I know that's what y'all did.
I talk to my grandkids now. She talk like she my brother said mine. She a 60-year-old Social Security worker, Sharon. Because we have. I don't talk baby talk. My 5, 6, 7, and 10. When we sit down and have conversations, we don't baby talk or play talk or none of that.
Because
they know they got to go to college. They know they're supposed to get a job and take care of themselves. They know they're supposed to do this, do that. And now they'll tell you, Chris be like, why y'all putting y'all clothes on? My titi said, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Because you know what I told them? You can stay in your pajamas all day, but when I get out my pajamas and get in my clothes, I'm rolling. Mm-hmm. You had time to get ready.
Right.
But look at the greats in life. Like Michael Jackson was on stage from time he was what, like 4 or 5.
Sack or embryo.
Was what, 6, 7? I seen videos of him in a little putter with his dad walking to the golf course. 7, 5 years old. Michael Jordan was shooting from time he was 7. Kobe Bryant, he been on a basketball court from time he was in his teens. Like that, you just know they know what it is they want, and they're pretty much pushing the direction that is going to get them to the finish line. But like I said, if you do anything for any length of time, if you stand in the corner at the age of 5 and 6 years old pitching drugs, by the time you reach 22, you're going to be a kingpin or probably heading off to the feds. But hopefully somebody guided you in a direction to where You could have said, hey, there's real estate, there's tax things, there's IULs, there's businesses I could have started. There's different things that we as black people, we glorify the drug dealer and the rappers and all this stuff, which is fine. You got up out of the hood, you made that way for yourself and for your family. But if your whole team ain't winning and you ain't got nobody to actually tell you, hey, yo, you should check out this. This is be a. Now, I'm not talking no